a moment.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate.
Welcome back to the ball game. 1st and 10 for the Gators at the 15-yard line. Up 28-0, looking to extend the lead. 10:05 to play second quarter, and a flag comes in.
Laundry's flying down there, Noah. Some kind of procedural penalty going on here. See what the white hat's got to say.
Illegal participation. I think Elba had 12 players on the field.
Legal participation.
Yeah.
That sounds something like almost you hear in a court of law. No,
that's right.
I don't know if that was on a football
pretty
field.
professional there. That's right. For those interested, Auburn currently with a 7-3 lead over Baylor in Waco.
Scary hours in Waco tonight, huh?
That's right. 1st down and 5. Handoff middle to Clark. Clark inside the 10. Falls forward close to the 5. Going to be close to a Gators first down.
Well, I tell you what, Clark has done a great job with his vision and lateral quickness tonight. That run could have easily been squashed at the line of scrimmage. He finds a hole, gives a little wiggle. He's done that multiple times tonight, kind of being able to fight through what could have been a loss, make a move, and make something out of nothing almost.
Ball marked just shy of the 5-yard line. Going to be second down and short. Handoff middle. Clark, not much doing.
Yeah, Elba keyed in on it that time. And this is kind of the chess match you play. You know, you kind of run the same play out of a different formation here, formation there, same concept. So you kind of force the defense to key in on it, and that's when you kind of make your adjustment.
So now 3rd down and about 2 from the 7-yard line upcoming.
Elba would love to get a stop here. I mean, got to play for pride, especially going into the half. You want to win the middle 8.
Quarterback keeper up the middle, Jalen Stanley. Touchdown, Gators.
Excellent job. Little QB power there. Great job by Jalen Stanley. Hole opened up like the Red Sea. He darts in for 6.
Jalen Stanley with his first rushing touchdown of the season. The Gators scoring in all sorts of ways now. 34-0 Gators lead.
He's putting on a show, Noah. I don't know if he's going to want to let go at that starting spot. Huh?
That's right. That's right. Clarity's future uncertain due to the injury. Kevin Martinez out for his 5th point after attempt of the night. 4 for 4 so far.
Explosive showing by Glenwood tonight.
A great bounce back so far by the Gators. Kick is up. Kick is good by Martinez. And the Gators lead 35-0. All Gators here from the Swamp, 35-0. They lead over Elba on the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. for the thinkers, and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partner.
Welcome back to the ball game. Kick us away to the far side to Gilbert. Taken back by Elba to the 20, to the 25, and that's where he's taken down. Hit hard. Ball's going to be spotted just shy of the 25, closer to the 23 is where Elba will set up shop for the next drive.
Kind of waiting with bated breath for every one of these kickoff returns now, Noah. I mean, Elba's been able to make something shake a few different times. If you're Glenwood, you got to be vigilant on special teams as we move forward here.
Gray Garner with a big hit on special teams there for the Gators. And McKelvey in the Elba offense trots back out onto the field.
All right, Glenwood's pressing, man. They got one safety. He's creeped down in the box a little bit.
McKelvey handoff up the middle to Tyson Davis. Not much doing.
Elba just trying to get anything going right now, Noah. Trying to find their way in this first half. Some mental miscues and some drop balls.
Yep.
It's kind of held
Had a
it back
couple of those.
so far.
Now McKelvey on a second down and 10. Going to give it near side. Again, Davis finding a little bit of a hole across the 30. Breaks another tackle close to the first down. Going to fight his way across the first down marker at the 35. And gains 15 to the 40-yard line. Best run of the night by Elba.
He was chopping them up. Great leg drive. Definitely the best run by Elba tonight, and exactly what they needed to get their juices going on this drive. Gotta love to see that. A young fella moving the pile.
Oh, yeah. Never gave up on that play.
They're kind of tight in on this formation right here.
McKelvey, handoff middle. Another solid gain at the middle for Elba. That's Skylar Mitchell on the carry. Gains about 4 to the 44-yard line. Handoff middle again, but nothing doing that time.
Nothing doing there.
Noah Klein blows up the middle of the hole. Makes it third down and long.
Elba tried to kind of condense their formation there, and Glenwood just too much beef in the interior of that line for anything like that to go right now.
So second and 8, or second and 6 turns into third and 8. Elba needs midfield for the first down. And I think McKelvey got the Gators to jump on the hard count.
He did. A good job by him, though.
Yeah.
Going to that hard count, trying to get a little bit more manageable third down here. Opens the playbook up for him a little bit. They've had some passing attempts. Haven't completed many, if any, so far.
Yeah, third down and 8. Why not? Trying to make it third down and more manageable.
Yes. Now you give yourself a chance to be a little bit multiple in your approach. Kind of make Glenwood key in on something.
Third and a long 3. McKelvey, handoff middle. Nothing doing.
Glenwood just absolutely blew that up.
Yep. Big stop on third down by the Gators. And now that's going to make it fourth down and about 6.5. Big defensive stop there by the Gators on third down and short. And Elba again will set out the punt team. Gilbert staying at the 30. Will put Taylor Leather near the 34. Dawson standing back at his own 24. Boot is away. A high short kick lands at the 38. Takes the elbow bounce down to the 30. And it's going to roll down near the 26. So a solid punt by Gilbert. 5:22 to play first half. All Gators hit the Swamp. They lead at 35-0 on the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glen Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glen Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
Welcome back to the Swamp, where the Gators lead at 35-0 here in the first home game of 2025 for Glenwood. And Jalen Stanley out of the ball game, going to bring in Tyler Clarity, the lefty, the third-string quarterback for the Gators.
Wide formation right here.
Handoff middle. Clark breaks free across 45 to the 50. Clark in a foot race, caught from behind across the 40-yard line in Elba territory.
And that's exactly why they did it, Noah. They spread them out from boundary to boundary just to gash them right up the middle. Excellent job by Glenwood's coaching staff there.
Gators can do no wrong offensively so far tonight. So Stanley with 3 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown to his credit. Looks like his night is already done.
He earned it.
Oh, he did.
He earned it.
Absolutely.
It might have been reaching player of the game levels. You know, I'm
That's
going
right.
to have to see how it plays out. But
Oh, yeah.
they got him way down here at the boundary again, Noah.
Hand off the middle again to Clark. Clark across the 35, across the 30, down to the 27.
Excellent job to keep his balance and stumble for about another 4 to 5 yards.
Yep. Good first down gainer by the Gators. And again with Trey Clarity out for, we don't know how long. It's important to get Tyler, the backup now for Stanley, some reps. Should anything happen to Jalen Stanley?
Definitely. Don't want to put unnecessary wear and tear on the guy when you've kind of put your foot on the neck so far of Elba.
4:11 to play first half, 35-0 Gators.
They are really playing wide this drive.
Head off middle again. That's number 17 for the Gators on the carry, Colton Head.
They are really stretching Elba out sideline to sideline just to gash them up the middle. I mean, this is a great job spacing things out by Glenwood this drive. Really trying to go into the half authoritatively here, Noah.
Yep. Cam Dawson will check in for Gray Gardner. Been a pretty dominant night on the offensive line so far with Ethan Henderson, Cooper Favors, and others. The lefty Clarity, first pass attempt, nearly and should have been intercepted. Threw it past Cam Dawson, and
Cam Dawson a little shaken up. I think we might have had a little hand-to-helmet contact, and if you've ever been a part of that, my goodness, you know, it's a feeling that stays with you for, he's grabbing that funny ball.
And now he's going to come out of the game. I remind you that all of our injury timeouts are brought to you by the Houston Clinic and Jack Houston Hospital. I'd like to thank them for all their support of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. So Dawson will check out. Cal Lawrence back into the ball game. Had the opening touchdown of the game on a 35-yard reception from Jalen Stanley on the Gators' first drive.
He did an excellent job just taking that slant, fighting that tackle off, and turning the Jets on.
Been a perfect game for Glenwood so far. Haven't allowed a point and have scored a touchdown on every drive so far tonight.
No, man, I'm a stickler for these one-on-ones. I want to see somebody attack it.
Clarity, slant over the middle, and it's caught close to the first down. Caden Edwards on the reception, I think, is going to be just enough for a first down for the Gators. Let's see. The referee on the far sideline will give the Gators a first down. Let's see. Elba coach arguing for it to be fourth down, and now they're going to call it fourth down in inches.
Fourth down in inches. Let's see if they kind of.
And I imagine it's going to be
just get clarity up there and get them to fall forward.
Well, and Coach Nelson loves to run the heavy set with two tight ends to one side to run it behind them. And now believe that Coach Nelson probably wants a measurement at this point. And now here comes the chain gang.
Chain gang. We don't got the laser yet.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now the official drops the middle part of the chain so they restart and do it all over again. First time I've seen that one.
It happens. Palms get sweaty. It's muggy. Yep. It's muggy out here tonight.
It's 2025. You can talk to anybody around the world, and yet we're still measuring this with the chain and two posts.
Yeah, I'm surprised the chains aren't like Bluetooth by now or whatever.
So the official places the middle marker down, and the measurement should be a first down easily. It is.
It was a first down by about three-quarters of a football right there.
Not particularly close, so it will be a first down for the Gators near the 18 or 17-yard line.
Stadium Pulse was on 100 for that ref as he tried to fix that marker back on the chain, man.
Now the Gators got to go quickly. 17 on the play clock as they break the meeting here with the coaches on the near side and trot out there. No play clock for Clarity to see. Now he sees it with 3. Clarity got to go quickly. 2, 1. They just do. Handoff middle to Clark. And he falls forward for maybe half a yard.
Elba crashed in on that one. They seemed like they knew what was coming. Stayed home, made the tackle.
First time they really stopped the run on this drive so far.
Well, you see, you get down to this end of the field, and you kind of got to condense everybody. It plays into Elba's hands. Coming all the way up, they were really spread wide, running wide sets, kind of trying to spread Elba thin horizontally, kind of pierce through them. Gets a little bit harder to do that in the red area.
Second and 10 for Clarity. Looking to throw, going to throw a fade route to the far side. Jump ball is, I believe, is intercepted.
I think that's picked off.
It is.
Yes,
Intercepted in the end zone by Gilbert for Elba. So Reggie Gilbert, the first defensive play made by the Tigers tonight. As the Gators turn the ball over in the end zone, a touchback will bring the ball out to the 20-yard line.
You see what they were trying to do there, Noah, trying to hit the back pylon, one-on-one matchup. Just underthrown a little bit.
Like to remind you, coming up at the half, Richard Holdridge with a halftime show update live from the Beck Center at St. Anne Pacelli. I'd like to thank Roger Beck for all his support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The Beck Center, a great program and a great building for where the St. Anne Pacelli Vikings practice. Of course, the place where we do our halftime show updates from. Thank you to the Beck Center. Thank you, Roger Beck. And stay tuned for Richard Holdridge at the half, giving you updates all around the Tri-City area. McKelvey throws it down the middle and coming in to intercept the pass at the 40-yard line, but a flag is going to come in. Zayden Hart, I think, got there half a step early, and they're going to call it pass interference.
Yeah, he went a little over-the-back basketball call there, Great hustle by Glenwood to try and make a play, even though it's not going to count. Trying to get the ball back for his quarterback, who just threw a pick.
It was an amazing play. He just did it half a second too early.
So it's a tad too early. I think it could have went either way, honestly. Bang, bang play. But Elba lives to fight another day. Yeah, back to Richard at the Beck Center. I did a game at Pacelli last week. They're a really gracious host. Got a great thing going on over there.
They do. And Dave Platt, the local legend.
Yes,
the
Dave.
Play-by-play man for the Vikings.
It is so fun doing that game. I was telling Dave.
See, McKelvey keeps it. Runs in the middle, gains a couple yards.
I was telling Dave last week he's a local legend, and he has no idea how many times I've been on the sideline at a game. And here comes Dave Plata with this 500-pound camera strapped to his shoulder.
That's right.
You scoot over, he stands in front of you. I mean, Dave Plata has blocked me for more touchdowns than almost anyone.
Just over a minute to play in our first half, all Gators. McKelvey looking middle, stepping up in the pocket, looks far side, throws it far side, pass incomplete.
Excellent job pursuing the football by Glenwood there.
Wes Chambers laying the lumber to dislodge the football. Brings up 3rd down and 7. Gators with 6 offensive drives, 5 touchdowns and an interception. And the defense has held Elba off the scoreboard here in the first 23 minutes and change. McKelvey looking near side, looking far side, in trouble, getting slung down and sacked inside his own 20.
Man.
Hunter Hall on the sack.
Pressure relentless there. But I tell you what, if you're Elba's quarterback, you don't want to do too much lateral movement. You want to try to get back up in the pocket and give your offensive line a little bit of help.
And Elba will send the punt team out there, but they can take it to half if they choose. 25 left on the game clock. Play clock is yet to start, so see if Elba will take it to half, and it looks like they will. And Elba will elect to take it to the half, down 35-0. And that'll do it for the first half from the Swamp. All Gators here against Elba, and a great bounce-back effort so far by the Gators. Glenwood 35, Elba 0. We'll be back in just a moment for the halftime show from the Beck Center with Richard Holdridge in just a little bit. We'll be back for the second half in about 20 minutes or so. But for now, stick around for Richard Holdridge at the Beck Center with a halftime show. Take it away, Richard.
Alabama Sports Live, and we are all knotted up at 14. Score update in the Brookstone game as Brookstone leads Mount Vernon 14-7. 2 touchdown passes by Broughton Branch, including one, a 43-yard strike to Meacham Kelly. And it did go final. The Carver Tigers end up defeating Harris County 62-0 to go to 3-0 on the season. Harris County falls to 1-2. And the Alex Quiddy All-State Good Hands Player of the Game was Jacoby Caslin. Just touchdown receptions for KJ Miles and TJ Woodson. You had Kelston Tarver, Zach Watts, Jacoby Caslin. Sebastian Hurd is just a phenomenal athlete. And Carver's going to have to regroup and get ready for a road game next week, Kinnett Stadium, where they will take on the Northside Patriots. Right now, up in Noonan, Georgia, the Northside Patriots, they actually now trail Northgate 35-0, as we'll get that score updated for you. And Northside 1-0 on the season, trying to prepare for Carver next week. And we got Spencer able to get on the board against Lovett as they trail in the third quarter to the Lovett Lions, a private school up in Atlanta. And they trail there 14-7. We'll try to get a score update on that one. Russell County scores 14 unanswered points to take the 14-7 lead over the Eufaula Tigers down in Eufaula. The battle for Highway 431, as Jack Patterson likes to dub it. These two former region rivals taking on each other down in the Wiregrass. And let's take a look at some action from last night. Chaco at Otis Spencer Stadium gets their first win of the season. First win for first-year head coach Mike Nash. They defeat the Jordan Red Jackets 45-21. And at Kinnett Stadium last night, in overtime, the Greenville Patriots end up defeating the Hardaway Hawks 32-26. Hardaway is 0-3 on the season. They have a bye, and then they will take on the Shaw Raiders in 2 weeks. All right, so we've got some other action as we did talk about all the games. Let's talk about some of the games that are going to be on the slate for next week as Pacelli is going to be hosting Stone Mountain. This game got moved to Pacelli, and right now Pacelli, start of the third quarter, they trail FPD 28-7. So we'll keep you posted on that game. Some of the other games for week 4 to look forward to, talked about Northside and Carver, Glenwood hosting BB Comer, and we also have Calvary taking on Tatnall Square. Some fantastic football action, and including Smith Station taking on Central, Russell County's home opener as they will take on Wetumpka. So hopefully all these teams can try to get in the win column as we get ready for week 4 play. Week 3 is almost wrapped up. I know that we do have some college football games going on right now, but you are watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update scoreboard show presented by the Beck Center. We're going to step aside, take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more scores for you here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Halftime Update Scoreboard Show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be in this state-of-the-art facility, the Center for Academic and Athletic Excellence. They've got conference rooms, coaches' offices, they've got practice facilities, batting cages, film room, and of course the outside area where they have press conferences, signing days, and sports physicals. We do have a game that is at the half at Sammy Howard Field, a.k.a. the Swamp. Glenwood all over Elba, 35-0 as they try to pick up their first win of the season as they are winning in dominant fashion. Over in Macon, Georgia, FPD, start of the fourth quarter actually, as they lead Pacelli 28-7. Pacelli ended up getting their first win last game against Tatnall Square and trying to go to 2-1, but it's a tough matchup. FPD, strong 2-0, both wins against public schools, but this is going to be a tough game for Pacelli to try to pull out. Brookstone leads 14-7 against Mount Vernon as Scott Miller on the call as they've got about 2:40 left to go in the third quarter. And you can catch that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We have our first final of the night, and it is the Carver Tigers. That school on the hill, 3-0 on the season, and this might be the best 3-0 start for any school ever in the history of Columbus. I've never seen it. That's actually 63-0 as I went ahead and changed that score. Complete dominance. They are going to break the scoring record, in my opinion, if they keep this up. What a start for the Carver Tigers, 3-0 under first-year coach Jarvis Jones, and Harris County falls to 1-2. Harris County has to play Doherty next week up in Hamilton. They want to try to get back in the win column. Carver is going to be on the road, and they are going to be taking on Northside. So, actually, no, they got a bye next week. They will take on Northside in 2 weeks. Northside is actually on the road taking on Monroe. And Northside, they trail Northgate by a score of 35-0. That is up in Noonan as they are trying to come back in that game. We do have a score update in the Spencer Lovett game. The Lovett Lions lead 20-7 now as we would like to welcome those of you who have been watching Smith Station Valley at TC Britton Field Panther Stadium. We're at the half. And the Valley Rams lead the Smith Station Panthers by a score of 9-7 as they got 9 unanswered points. Smith Station took the early 7-0 lead. Valley ended up getting a safety. They were able to get the ball back and score a touchdown. Smith Station had a chance to maybe score late in that first half, but they could not get the job done, and Valley's defense has been tremendous. And Smith Station, Valley all in a defensive onslaught there. Valley leading Smith Station 9-7. All right, up in Athens, Georgia. I know they're getting ready for that big Georgia game tomorrow, but you got Athens Academy, one of the top private schools in the entire state. They are leading Shaw at the half 31-7, and Shaw 0-2 on the season. How about in Roberta as the Kendrick Cherokees leading Crawford County 28-14 as Kendrick and Coach Emmanuel Brown 2-0 on the season as they try to go to 3-0 before they start region play. And Brookstone's got the ball, and they are actually driving. They are now in the red zone as they are leading 14-7, trying to tack on some more points in that game. All right, so let's look at Columbus. They lead Randolph-Clay 17-14 up at Kinnett Stadium. They are in the fourth quarter. We'll try to get you a score update when this game goes final, as Columbus is 1-0 on the season, taking on a tough Randolph-Clay team. We do have a score update. Russell County leading Eufaula 14-7. I know it's early in that game. We'll try to keep that score updated for you. And we also have some Thursday night action as Chaco ends up defeating Jordan 45-21. Chaco, their first win for first-year head coach Mike Nash. Jordan goes to 0-2, and now they got to take on Terrell County next week at Otis Spencer Stadium. Up at Kinnett Stadium in overtime, Greenville ends up defeating the Hardaway Hawks 32-26. Hardaway's got a bye next week, and then they will take on Shaw on a Thursday night at Kinnett Stadium. We appreciate you watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. We will take a short break. When we come back, we're going to have more score updates for you right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime scoreboard update show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be in this state-of-the-art facility. It's the Center for Academic and Athletic Excellence, as we've got conference rooms, coaches' offices. We have an indoor practice facility. We've got batting cages, a film room, and we got the front where they have tables for signing days and press conferences, media days, and such. But right now, we do have a score update in the Brookstone-Mount Vernon game. Brookstone takes the 20-7 lead pending extra point, a touchdown run by Dylan Terry. At the half at TC Brittenfield Panther Stadium, Valley leads Smith Station 9-7. Smith Station had the 7-0 lead. Valley ended up getting a safety, and Smith Station gave up a touchdown late. They tried to score. They were driving in that first half to try to take the lead, and Valley defense ends up holding off Smith Station. So Smith Station trying to regroup and try to get a win to go 2-0. They would like to start 2-0. Valley would like to start 2-0, but Smith Station's got a big game next week in the backyard brawl at Central. All right, let's take a look. Roberta, Georgia, Kendrick leading 28-14 over Crawford County, as Kendrick trying to go 3-0. And it's been a while since Kendrick was last 2-0 since 2014. I don't know when was the last time they were 3-0, but they win all their non-region games. Kendrick looks like they could make the playoffs, especially with the power rankings in Classification 2A. We have Columbus and Randolph Clay, and it just went final. The Columbus Blue Devils defeat Randolph Clay 17-14 to go to 2-0 on the season, and they will have a bye, and they are going to take on the Jordan Red Jackets in 2 weeks. So Columbus, congratulations to Coach Robert Peters and the Columbus Blue Devils for going 2-0 on the season. And of course, that game against Greenville that they were supposed to play last week, it got moved to the first weekend in October. So Columbus off to a great start. And we also have a score update. Lovett leads Spencer 20-7. And this game is in the fourth quarter. We still have about 4 minutes left to go in the Mount DeSales Calvary game. It is still tied at 14 apiece. Let's take a look at some another final score. The Carver Tigers 3-0 on the season after defeating Harris County 63-0. Harris County falls to 1-2. They will host Doherty next week. Carver's on a bye, and then in 2 weeks they will take on the Northside Patriots. Northside, they trail Northgate 35-0 as they're 1-0 on the season, fresh off a bye, but that's a tough 5A opponent up in Noonan, Georgia. Shaw taking on a very tough private school, Athens Academy, as they trail at the half 31-7. It was Russell County. Try to get a score update on this one. They were leading Eufaula 14-7, and definitely going to try to see if that score has changed at all. We are in the third quarter. We might be in the fourth quarter in this game, as First Presbyterian Day now leads the Pacelli Vikings 31-7. FPD, they went to the state championship last year. They are one of the top teams in the GIAA, and after beating 2 GHSA schools to start the year 2-0, they've looked really good so far against the Pacelli Vikings. Glenwood leading Elba as they're getting ready to start the third quarter, 35-0 at Sammy Howard Field at the Swamp. It is the home opener for the Glenwood Gators. And we have some Thursday night action. The Chaco Panthers get their first win of the season, first win for first-year head coach Mike Nash, as they defeat the Jordan Red Jackets 45-21. Jordan will take on Terrell County next week, and Chaco 1-2 on the season. Greenville ends up defeating Hardaway 32-26 to pick up their second win of the season. They were supposed to play Columbus last week, remember, and that game's going to get rescheduled. Hardaway has got a bye, and then they take on Shaw in 2 weeks. We would like to thank you for watching the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live halftime show, and we'll keep you posted with score updates, and we'll be back after this here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall, peacemakers, risk takers, for the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists, for long-distance love, for the far-sighted, nearsighted, for introverts and extroverts, for the thinkers and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
Welcome back to the Swamp here at Glenwood School. All Gators in the first half up 35-0 as both teams back up to warm up for the second half of action. Noah Shelton alongside Austin Allen here from the Swamp. Jalen Stanley already pulled from the game, had 3 touchdown passes and a rushing touchdown to his credit. Carter Judah with a 59-yard touchdown run for the other touchdown for the Gators. What did you see offensively by the Gators in the first half?
Just an excellent job, just taking advantage of every opportunity they were given. They didn't try to stretch themselves too thin or make every play a big play. They took what the defense gave them, found the empty spots in the zone, and really spread this Elba team out wide and gashed them up the middle.
Yeah, they really did. And defensively as well, the defensive lines really held the Elba running game to not much. They've had a few good runs for themselves. They just have not quite put a drive together to get it down the field. And the one time they had good field position after a good kick return, They turned it over on the first pass. The pass was tipped. Noah Klein had an amazing interception, a diving interception on a screen pass that was tipped. So Elba has had a couple opportunities, hasn't quite capitalized on them, and down in a 35-0 hole, you imagine it might be a little bit too much to climb out of.
Yeah, definitely, probably a little too much to climb out of, but I think if you're Elba and you're coming out of the locker room, you're saying to yourself, well, we know this might be out of hand, out of reach, but we had some opportunities in the first half that we missed. If we can come back to those and clean them up and see if we got something to grow from going into Monday, going into next week, that's what you're looking for.
Yes, sir. 35-0 Gators. We'll be back in just a moment for the second half of action here from the Swamp on the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long-distance love. For the far-sighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Welcome back for the Swamp. Ready to kick off for the second half of action here. Glenwood up 35-0. A great bounce back effort so far after losing to Valley last week 20-14. As Tyson Davis set to kick it away for the Tigers. First time Elba's kicked off tonight. Noah Shelton alongside Austin Allen here from the Swamp. Gators play at home next week as well against Comer, their first region matchup of the season. They then go on the road against Childersburg before returning back home for Beulah on September. Trying to do my calendar in my head. September the 12th it should be. Or September 8th, 19th. Either way, a little later in the season. Cam Dawson on the return. Breaks out the tackle. Near side 40. Cam Dawson to the 45s where he's taken down. Number 30, Corbin Edens on the takedown for Elba. And good field position for the Gators for their first drive of the second half.
That was an excellent job. Just get lateral right there. Get a little shimmy in the step. Make something happen. Now, this is the time in the game, though, as a Georgia fan, this is the time in the game where you start to see the big boys lean and lean
That's
and
right.
lean until you break.
Jalen Stanley back out there at quarterback. 2 wide each side. Stanley going to throw a screen pass to Lawrence on the far side. Cal breaks the tackle to the 50. Cal to the 45-40. Far side 35-30. Lawrence in a foot race to the 20. They won't catch him. One play and a score. Touchdown. Gators with a flag. Hold the phone, everybody. A flag way back near the 41-yard line. This one looks to be coming back.
Coming back. I'm assuming we're going to get a hold at that part of the field, Noah. Yep.
It will be a holding call against the Gators that will wipe out
an electric play.
Yeah, 55-yard touchdown pass. It would have been Stanley's 4th of the night. All of them 35 yards or longer. Will be a net gain of 5 on the play. Bring up first down and 5.
It's turned into a beautiful night out here.
Oh, yeah.
The swamp.
Stanley standing in the shotgun. Carter Judah to his right. Stanley going to throw it again. Going to sling it back down to the far side, but overthrows Zayden Hart down the sideline, incomplete. Coach Nelson having a word or two with Stanley from the sideline. Coach Nelson very fiery. He's going to coach to the last whistle, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what you want. I mean, you know, if you're Glenwood and you're coming off this loss last week and you're really putting some things on tape that you can grow from, you're going to keep coaching to this final whistle.
Hand off to Judah. Judah off left tackle. First down 45-40. Judah 35 and pushed out of bounds to the 34-yard line. Gain of about 16 and a first down for the Gators into Elba territory. Gators been running left, right, and center of this Elba defense so far. Judah been gimpy. Seems like every play so far tonight. Going to again gingerly trot off the field as Josiah Clark will take his place.
Yeah, at this point, no reason to take any chances, right? Even if it's just cramping issues, which it could be this early fall, late summer humidity.
Mm-hmm.
Trips at the bottom of the screen.
See, they'll let Stanley throw it. Going to be a slant over the middle on the read option off the hands of Hart and incomplete. Stanley pulled it out of the gut of Clark, slung it over the middle to Zayden Hart, which Hart should have grabbed it over the middle, and he'll come out for the play. Brings up second down and 10. Gators still running the normal offense. Same formation. Stanley to throw. Quick throw near side. Caught at the 25-yard line. Cam Dawson inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, and down to the 7-yard line. Another first down for the Gators.
Great job fighting through contact on that. Excellent run after the catch. Sets him up, goal to go here.
Gators had a few passes like that. Had a couple last week where it almost looks like the quarterback knew immediately that the throw was going to be open before he even threw it. Clark on the carry at the middle inside the 5, reaches for the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Gators.
Yeah, you see they went trips back to the top side of the field that time, Noah. Just really trying to get Elba swapped around, spread out a little bit to open up the middle of that defense. They've done an excellent job scheming that up tonight.
Josiah Clark gives the Gators their third rushing touchdown of the night to make it 41-0 Glenwood. New kicker into the ball game for the Gators. Parker Campbell, the freshman, on for the PAT.
2 kickers as a high school team. That's how you know you're living luxurious right there, Noah.
That's right. Snap good, hold down, kick up and through by Parker Campbell. And the Gators lead at 42-0. Drive of a minute, 43 seconds. Gators score on their first possession of the second half, up 42-0 over Elba here from the Swamp. We'll be back in just a moment at the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey
At
your
Jack
thirst.
Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why.
Welcome back to the Swamp. 42-0 Gators as Sauer Weinstein to boot it away. Gets it down the middle of the field, taken by Davis inside the 10. Davis from the 5 to the 15. Of the middle of the field, 25. Another good return by the Tigers on special teams as Davis fighting his way across the 35, now near the 37.
He's done an excellent job returning kicks tonight.
Really been a bright spot for Elba.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Noah.
They've given themselves decent field position throughout the night. Just hasn't done much with it so far.
You go in the film room Monday, that's something you can look at and say, hey, we can improve here, even though it's a strong suit. So that's the kind of confidence builders that you need as a coaching staff kind of going forward.
So quarterback change for the Tigers. Give me number 14, Jaden Baker, to take the snap. Baker, handoff middle, Davis, met at the middle and nothing doing. Big number 18, Kason Peterson, the 6'4 freshman, first to meet him in the backfield. Loss of a couple brings up second down and 13. Been a dominant defensive performance so far from the Gators.
Yeah, it has. Outside of a couple plays, I don't think we've seen Elba on the other side of midfield too much.
They had one play in Glenwood territory that I can remember. That was that interception after the good kick return. Davis again on the carry. Taken down after a solid gain across the 40. Going to be third down and 6. Ball spotted at the 41. Elba needs the 47 for a first down. 9:05 to play third quarter. All Gators here from the Swamp. 42-0 Glenwood.
It has been all Gators tonight, Noah. They've really done it in a multitude of ways, too. I mean, just an excellent all-around performance. You know that's exactly what this fan base wanted to see after a heartbreaker last week at Valley.
Quick throw over to the far side to Davis. Caught at the line of scrimmage and not much doing. Taken down for a loss. Noah Klein again with a big tackle in the backfield. That makes it fourth down and long.
Yeah, fourth down and long right here. You definitely got to punt it, Noah. You don't want to give Glenwood any more ammo.
Yeah. Same procedure we've seen a few times tonight. Gilbert to kick, Dawson to return. A wobbly kick toward the far side. Lands out of bounds just inside Glenwood territory. Not Gilbert's best. Marks down at the 47, 48. Ref still walking to the 49-yard line. Gators back on offense. We come back to the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Gators offense back out on the field. Jalen Stanley again back out at quarterback.
Extremely soft coverage here at the boundary.
Handoff middle to Josiah Clark. Clark across midfield, taken down hard near the 48-yard line. Skylar Mitchell with a solid tackle for Elba.
150. Please come move your truck. You're blocking somebody in from going home.
Just heard the PA announcer telling people to move their truck. No, I think this one might be in the books.
It is a Glenwood tradition. Let's just say it that way. And the ball's loose on the turf. Misexchange between Stanley and Colton Head. And the Gators got back on top of it. So a big loss brings up third down and long. Really the first offensive mistake we've seen for the Gators really so far tonight.
I don't know if y'all seen, but this ball boy's got a little bit of juice for Glenwood.
That's right.
A little bit slower off the field, but onto the field, rocket ship.
Of course, Tyler Clarity did throw the interception in the first half, but that was a fade route 50-50 ball, just Glenwood trying to take a shot to the end zone. First mental error there for the Gators offense. Brings up third down and 11. Stanley has time, going to sling it to the near side. Caught for a first down at the 38-yard line by Cade Cox. Big third down conversion for Stanley. First down Gators to the Elba 38.
Down to the 38-yard line. Picks up a Glenwood. First down.
Halfway through our third quarter, Gators up 42-0 here at the Swamp against Elba. The first home game of the year for the Gators.
Seen a few subs in and out here on this drive. No, I think they're trying to get the young pups some play here.
Stanley claps his hands, takes the snap, throws it over the middle, and it's dropped. Case and Peterson had a first down, but it was dropped. And a timeout taken by the officials, a heat timeout under the 6-minute mark. Gators up 42-0 over Elba. Still on offense in Elba territory when we come back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Zaxby's game of the week at Glenwood.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
They come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glen Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glen Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
And I hate Georgia and Bama plays at the same time tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
And it usually wouldn't suck, but I'm going to be in the stand, so I'm going to finagle.
Real recognized real. Real taste. Unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment. Crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Welcome back to the ball game. Second down and 10 up for the Gators at the Elba 38. Snap back to Stanley. Handoff middle. Head across the 35 down to the 33. Solid game of about 5 for the Gators running the ball up the middle. Brings up third down and medium. Again, the Gators with a lot more rushing yards tonight than they had last week against Valley. An offense that's been humming so far tonight. Found a little bit of a stride in the second half last week, but have really come out tonight and put on a show.
Yeah, you can tell they got in the lab this week.
Stanley, quick throw to Cade Cox to the 25, first down to the 20, and Cade Cox down to the 19-yard line. First and 10 in the red zone now for the Gators.
Picks up another Glenwood. First down.
First and 10 at the 19 for Stanley and the Gators. Wes Chambers in on the right side of the formation as a tight end. They're going to run it behind him to Head. Head finds a little bit of a hole. Maybe gained a yard. More like a foot. Brings up second down and a long 9. Kaysen Long now into the game at wide receiver, number 20 for the Gators.
And you really see Glenwood starting to slow down and kind of take their time here and grind this clock away on this drive.
Stanley brings him in motion. Going to be a fly sweep give. And now cutting back inside the 15 against the grain, inside the 10, lowering his shoulder inside the 5, and all the way down to the 3-yard line goes Kaysen Long, the freshman.
Some nice contact there, Noah. I'd love to see that.
Strong run by Kaysen Long there.
That's popping.
First and goal now from the 3. As you mentioned, Austin, Gators really taking their time now on this drive, chewing up that clock.
Yeah, they're using every available second right here as they get down closer and closer to the goal line.
Stanley now gets the call in from Coach Alexander. Head saying to his left. Same play coming in motion, same give to the far side. Fighting to the end zone is Long. He's taken down just shy at the 1.
Really working into rounds. Glenwood's done such a good job of that tonight. Noah, just going horizontal, side to side, and then gashing them right up the middle. A few plays later, they've done an excellent job of stressing this Elba defense out.
Don't forget the Gators are right back here next Friday night. First region game against BB Palmer. Kickoffs at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Now under 2 minutes to play in our third quarter. Gators second and goal from the 2. Long in motion again. Give me a give up the middle to Colton Head. Finding his way down to the 1. Did not quite get in. Like to remind you that after tonight's game, head over to the GIAA Scoreboard Show with Richard Holdridge and Thrift Behringer, updating you on all the action over in Georgia on GIAA.tv and on YouTube. GIAA Scoreboard Show with Richard and Thrift coming up after the games here tonight and the one in Smith Station starting at 11 o'clock on GIAA.tv, GIAA on YouTube.
I tell you what, Noah, I don't know how Thrift does it, man. The dude must have a solar panel strapped to his back or something, bro, because he's got plenty of it to spare.
Third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Shotgun formation. Handoff middle, nothing doing. And I know they don't practice it, Austin, but that's a place you would like to see them get under center.
Yeah, you definitely want to see him get under center. You know, I wouldn't say tush push, but you just want to see somebody fall for a yard. You fall forward for a yard from under center. But you got to give it to Elba.
Oh, yeah.
Good goal line stand right here for some pride. And to maybe make that long ride home just a little less longer with a good stand here.
I acknowledge that there's a reason Coach Nelson is on the sideline. I'm up here in the press box. And I know they don't practice it, but you'd like to, just in special situations, have it in your back pocket for third and fourth and short situations. 7 left on the play clock, 15 on the game clock here in the third quarter. It looks like the Gators are going to run it down and take a timeout. Let's see if they do. No, Stanley's going to take the snap, going to go for it. Handoff middle. Head fighting his way to the goal line. Did he get in?
Did not.
He did not.
It's a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs. Colton Head taken down just side of the goal line. And Elba forces a turnover on downs with 2 seconds to play in the third quarter.
That's an excellent job, Noah. That's definitely something Elba's going to look at moving forward. That's going to say, you know, hey, we held our head high. We held them up here. And it's signs of growth, signs of progress, something you can learn from, something that you can kind of muster from this game going into the rest of Elba season.
Elba in 1A Region 2. Still yet to play red level, Pleasant Home, Kinston, Georgiana, Floralala, Brantley, and McKenzie. And now the clock just ran, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. We're through 3 here from the Swamp. All Gators, 42-0. They lead it over Valley. We'll be back in just a moment with the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital.
Day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika.
I don't think it's going to change.
Road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one.
Welcome back to the ball game. Elba under center going to sneak it, and the ball's loose on the ground, loose in the end zone, and the Gators recover it for a touchdown. Elba just trying to sneak it out of the end zone.
And hey, no,
and the Gators recover in the end zone. Jake Jones, the touchdown on defense.
Elba just did a great job stuffing them on the other end of the field, and then to come back and have this miscue as they get pinned back deep in their own territory. Quite a blow to Elba.
Yeah. Elba getting under center like I suggested the Glenwood do on their offensive threat. Maybe that's why they don't do it. Maybe they just showed me why. Again, there's a reason they're down here and I'm up in here.
Clean exchange is everything, Noah.
That's right. So Jake Jones, the first time and probably the last time he'll touch the football this season, scoring a touchdown defensively for the Gators. PAT up and good by Campbell, and the Gators lead it 49-0. How about that? Another chance for Elba to maybe take something positive going into the next week.
Yep.
Again, just shooting themselves in the foot, as the old saying goes.
It's been a big story tonight. A couple drop passes, a couple miscues, and turnovers. And, you know, as you're trying to grow a program that lost a lot of seniors last year, these are the kind of lumps and the learning pains you're going to go through.
Yep. We are now under a running clock, 10:45 and counting. Gators leading at 49-0. Gators again at home next week against Comer, the first region game. Then they'll hit the road to play Childersburg and then return back home to play Beulah. All those, of course, region games. It'll be 6 region games in a row, culminating with the Lee Scott game on the road at the end of October before playing Sylacauga out of region on the road on Halloween night.
Spooky hours. Halloween night high school football brings back memories.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
A couple different return men back for Elba. Jeremiah Melton alongside Cassidy Carpenter back deep for the Tigers. Sauerwein boops it away, a high kick toward the middle of the field. Going to land at the 15. Taken by Melton to the 20. Far side 25. Another solid return for Elba on special teams across the 35 down into the 36-yard line.
What a great first step that was on that return. I mean, they've done this over and over again tonight. You see they've got some athletes. If you can get them in space, they could probably make something happen.
There's a flag down near the 37-yard line.
Is that a flag? I didn't know if that was a flag or a mouthpiece.
It's a
Got some
personal
laundry.
personal foul against the Gators, so even better field position upcoming for Elba. The second personal foul against the Gators tonight had one on another special teams play with, I believe it was on Sauerwein, pushing the returner out of bounds. Maybe got him a little too late after he stepped on the white. And then one there, second personal foul against the Gators. And Elba going to start in Glenwood territory at the 48. Jaden Baker back at quarterback for Elba. 8:45 to play. Baker steps up in the pocket, trying to find some room to run, bounces it outside, and gets demolished at midfield.
What a hit. Excellent job laying the lumber.
Number 33, Gray Walters with a big hit. No gain on the play. Probably lost yard, looks like. Second down and 11. Baker set in the shotgun. 3 down linemen for the Gators. It looked like a false start on the right tackle, no call. Baker's going to fire it deep. Down the far sideline, up in the air and incomplete.
And that was right there.
And now the flag comes in way late, and Coach Nelson can't believe it.
Yeah, they're going to have to call on that one. I mean, it's the same as the one with Elba earlier. Didn't quite get his head around to make the play. Refs really got no choice but to call that one.
Pass was intended for Stoudemire. And I don't think Nelson was too upset with the call itself, just how late it was.
Yes.
Had the referee thinking about it there for a second, but he threw the flag. And that'll move Elba down inside the 35-yard line. 7:25 left in the ball game and counting.
Shot for Elba to put some points on the board, possibly.
Yep.
Getting close to the end of this game. Be nice. Get something positive here. 6 on the board.
Baker to throw. Looking deep again. Fires it deeper in the middle. That time he's got Stoudemire inside the 10, inside the 5, and Stoudemire scores. Touchdown, Elba. The first points of the year for the Tigers. A 34-yard pass from Baker to Stoudemire. And Elba now on the board, trailing 49-6.
It's just a great job by Elba. Not even anything they did schematically, just the will to not give up and to keep competing. And that's the signs of a young team that's looking to grow within themselves as they go here.
Looks like Elba's going to keep the offense out there and go for 2. And why wouldn't you?
It was a good rhythm throw by Elba's quarterback, though. Placed it right in there. Receiver stayed in stride.
So Elba will go for 2.
They're spread out mighty wide also, Noah.
Right. Baker going to roll it near side, look to throw. Slings it, and it's caught at the goal line. Was he in? Going to roll it short. It was caught by number 7, Cassidy Carpenter, at the 1-yard line. I believe it was caught. Either way, it was caught or not. It's short of the end zone.
Short, right at the half-inch line there, Noah.
Mm-hmm. So a heat timeout, 5:57 to play in the ball game. 49-6 Gators lead it on the Zaxby's Game of the Week at Georgia Alabama Sports Live at Glenwood. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, Pessimists, exhibitionists, for long-distance love, for the far-sighted, nearsighted, for introverts and extroverts, for the thinkers and the doers.
Welcome back to the Swamp. 5:57 to play. Gators lead at 49-6 over the Elba Tigers. Elba with their first touchdown of the season, 34-yard pass from Jaden Baker to Kevin Stoudemire.
Yeah, that was a great job by Elba taking advantage of the penalty there early in that drive and cashing it in.
That's right. Lefty kick by Davis. Going to land inside the 15. Somebody's got to go get the ball for Glenwood. It's still loose inside the 2. It's not going to roll in the end zone. Picked up at the 1-yard line and taken down, going to be near the 10-yard line. Number 15 for the Gators smartly went over to collect it and run it back. This Caden Edwards. And nearly a disastrous special teams play for the Gators. And that's something they got to work on. Some special teams blunders, some struggles with special teams in general for the Gators tonight.
Yeah, I heard a cacophony of ball just a second ago, so things got a little tight.
We are up here next door to the Glenwood coaches. We did hear one of them yell, "You got to get the ball!" And on a kickoff, you do.
Somebody's been watching a little too much preseason.
That's right.
NFL preseason.
That's right.
They thought they were just going to let it go.
Mm-hmm. Special teams blunder is not going to bite you in this game, but in a close game down the road, it very well may.
Coachable moment. Glenwood moves on to try and close this thing out.
Got number 20 out there for quarterback for the Gators, Kason Long. Going to give it to Head. Head falls forward for maybe a gain of 1. I'd remind you, just a few minutes, the Alex Quinney All-State Agency Player of the Game will be announced. I've got mine in mind. I'm sure you do too. We'll announce that right before the end of the game. The Alex Quinney All-State Player of the Game. Thank you, Alex Quinney, for your support of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. I'd also remind you the GIAA Scoreboard show coming up tonight at 11 o'clock on GIAA.tv and GIAA on YouTube. Richard Holdridge and Thrift Behringer with all the recaps, all the highlights from across the river in Georgia for tonight's high school football action. Handoff middle again to Head. Falls forward again for maybe a gain of 1. As we're under 4 here to play in the fourth quarter. Fumble on the play. I think Elba got it. Ball came loose late, and Elba recovers. Elba not giving up.
Really giving it all they got here. Kudos to them. Valiant effort to keep fighting. I tell you what, the signs are there for this Elba team to keep growing.
Yeah, we were talking at half. They've got players. They've got a scheme. Just have not been able to quite put it together. Of course, defensively it's been a struggle. Gators have the speed advantage, probably the size advantage, I'd argue, as well. But offensively, they've shown some sparks. They've shown some signs that they've got something brewing.
Yeah, extremely young too. I heard that there was a super senior heavy last year, so you've got a lot of guys first reps learning on the job here.
Yeah, went 8-2 in the regular season last year, lost in the semifinals in the playoffs. Baker going to roll far side, going to keep it and run. Inside the 10, inside the 5, gets a block, cuts to the corner, scores, but there's a flag. And it looks like this one's going to be coming back on a holding call against Stoudemire.
Yeah, just got a little bit too handsy there.
Stoudemire caught the touchdown from Baker. It looks like he's going to take one away from Baker after the holding call near the 10-yard line. The block in the back against Elba. And that will wipe the touchdown off the board.
You hate that for Elba. I mean, getting something positive going. You know, they got a few more chances here to try and punch one in.
So ball moved back outside the 15 near the 17. First down and about 15 yards to go. Keeper, Baker, near side. Trying to get to the edge, and he can't do it. Nice tackle out there by Tucker White and Wes Chambers for the Gators. Loss of 1 on the play, second down and 16. 1:33 to play and counting.
Elba's got to spread out wide here.
Baker in trouble, rolling far side, breaks contain, still looking, trying to run it, get to the edge, and a good tackle in open space by Kaysen Long with 1:07 to play. Third down and long upcoming for the Tigers. While we got a moment, we're going to name our Alex Quinney All-State Agency Player of the Game, and who other than Jalen Stanley. 3 passing touchdowns, also had a rushing touchdown to his credit, in place with the injured Trey Clarity. Came in last week for a drive for him and had a great performance tonight against Elba in the bounce-back win for the Gators.
He did. He had an excellent performance. He wasn't even in here too long, but the numbers he was able to stack up while he was in Noah, couldn't give it to anyone else.
So Jalen Stanley, congratulations. You're Alex Quinney All-State Agency Player of the Game tonight here from the Swamp. Third and long, Baker in trouble. Breaks contain again, rolls near side of the 25, looking to throw to the end zone, has a man open, and it's incomplete.
Just short. They've done that a few times tonight. Had a guy open multiple times, left him short.
Clock running with 15 seconds to play, and Elba looks like they're going to try to hurry up the call one more play. Let's see.
I'm from the Jay Cutler School, Noah, where you'd rather just go ahead and rip it in to the third row somewhere than to leave it short.
Clock is stopped with 16 seconds to play. 4th down and 20 for Elba. Baker, snap goes over his head. Collects it off the turf to the 35. He's sacked. And there's your punctuation point. Number 33, Gray Walters, ends it for the Gators. And Glenwood gets a huge bounce-back win over the Elba Tigers by a score 49-6. Austin, any final thoughts?
It's been a fun game. It was a fun one, Noah. Glenwood came out here very emphatic win after the tough loss last week. But for the other side, Elba, I got to say, towards the end of the game here, they showed some signs of life. They showed some things they can get back in the lab and get a little bit better at. But as far as Glenwood goes, hey, we're going into getting ready for region play, and they're making a strong push for to make the playoffs this year. They look like a good squad so far, Noah.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Jalen Stanley, our Alex Quinney All-State Agency Player of the Game. Like again, thank all of our sponsors: Glen Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Coca-Cola, Connect Credit Union, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital and the Houston Clinic, and of course Zaxby's. Zaxby's sponsoring all of Glenwood Athletics for Georgia Alabama Sports Live this season. Tune in to the GIAA Scoreboard show after we're done here in just a moment. Richard Holdridge and Rick Behringer breaking down all the action across the river in high school football. So for Austin Allen, for my producer Braden Holder, I've been your play-by-play broadcaster, Noah Shelton, here from the Swamp, where the Gators get a bounce-back win over Elba, 49-6. They begin region play against Comer next Friday night from the Swamp. Until then, good night from everybody at Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll sign off. See you next time for next week's football action on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Good night.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile. Here they Come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite.